Hi, I'm Max.
And I'm David.
For 15 years, we've been eating Oreos together.
And today, we're going to eat them with you.
Some flavors are wild.
Some are concerning.
And some are an absolute revelation.
Join us.
Sometimes you're low, your heart is sunk. Just find a glass of milk and dunk that classy little cookie with the cream.
This week, we have what I would call a pretty standard baseline Oreo flavor on our hands. We are dealing with mint.
Mint is a load-bearingly great Oreo standard because it is not fancy, but it is very reliable.
Can I ask you to define what you mean by fancy? Because in my head, the mint Oreo is a pinkies out Oreo. It is, in fact, possibly the only fancy Oreo in my estimation.
Good question. When I said fancy, I meant more from the standpoint of hyper rare or unique or ambitious. To me, the mint Oreo kind of recalls mint chocolate chip ice cream, which is, not a gimmick-based ice cream, but it's more than vanilla. It's less than, like fish food or whatever.
Sure. It's not a Ben & Jerry's.
Yeah, but you also know this is going to be satisfying.
It would be hard to fuck the dog on this one. If the people over at Nabisco were like, hey, we've made a mint Oreo and I think we really biffed it, guys, I think they could just pack it in and do a seppuku.
Yeah, I think more likely, and I'm almost amazed they haven't done this yet, is them being like dark chocolate mint and it's a marginally different wafer and otherwise exactly the same. And honestly, I think people probably lose their minds for it.
That's true. People would go bonkers. Although, when was the last time they even created a new wafer?
It's been a minute.
And why have we started calling them wafers?
Well, because we had that conversation off pod.
That's true, off pod.
You don't have access to every single Oreo conversation, listeners. You're only getting parts of it.
I think that should actually put into context how often we are talking about Oreos.
This is not just about when the mics are on. This is a commitment in life.
This is a lifestyle.
Yeah. You're ideally getting the best parts, but you're not getting all the parts.
You're not going to get all the parts of me, listener. All the cream, all the wafer, I guess.
Producer Will here. Would you like 24-hour access to Max and David's Oreo thoughts? If you pledge $500 on our Patreon, I will bug their phones and homes.
This is one of those ones that if I don't see any new limited edition flavors, but I'm really in the mood for an Oreo, but not a classic, if there's a mint there, I'm grabbing it.
Oh yeah, no, I would never turn it away. But I think in that same regard, I don't know when the last time I had a mint Oreo was.
Honestly, same, which is sort of weird. And actually, I'm pretty pumped.
This feels sort of like when Picasso was starting out, he taught himself how to paint, doing these sort of hyper realistic renderings and learning portraiture and very classical painting styles. And then he, veered off into abstraction and all this stuff. And I wonder if us eating the mint Oreo is not too dissimilar from a 75-year-old Picasso going back and painting a hyperreal portrait for the first time in a long time.
I can't see anyone disagreeing with that statement.
We're the great masters of eating Oreos.
Yeah.
Here's a question, because I do feel like I can't really remember a time before the mint Oreo was a staple, but that had to have existed. Producer Will, when did the mint Oreo get on the market, and was it immediately a year-round Oreo? Were they like, oh dog, we're dropping bombs here, everyone knows what's up?
And I will say, in my mind, and this isn't research-based, I think of mint Oreo as one of 2 or 3 flavors that they launched with when they were like, what if we changed the recipe a little?
Right, what if flavors?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It was like this, I feel like lemon?
Which I did not realize until research, because I thought lemon was later, and I think you're right. I think lemon was one of those.
Is OG, right? Lemon's been around.
Yeah.
Those are really the 3 that I think of when I'm like, normal flavor, cream, mint, lemon.
Yeah.
Oh, chocolate, I guess.
Yeah. I would in my mind have imagined those as almost hey, look, we're playing with the flavor of the cream 3-pack.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's accurate. That's my mental picture.
I mean, until we're told otherwise, that's true.
Yeah. So we could have precious seconds left to believe that.
Yeah. It's all falling apart around us, maybe.
Enjoy it.
This is a real quantum moment. Oreo Global Fact Sheet says, Will, we're so old. Do you think we can read? You're allowed to talk, man.
You can talk, man.
Tell us stuff.
I highlighted it.
What the fuck? That doesn't help, actually. I think it makes it worse.
Get in the pool. The water's fine.
1985 was the debut of Oreo mint cream cookie.
1985. Oh, all right. There was a time where we were around and there was no mint Oreo.
Yeah, I was perusing the supermarket at age 8 months and going, there's no mint Oreos here.
I was 2 years old, just sauntering through, getting my necessary sundries. Okay, so it really has been basically a lifelong flavor for us.
Yeah, for us, certainly, this is a classic.
Yeah, wow. Good for them. The menthol cigarette of Oreos has always been with me in my heart, and I hope they never ban it.
I am curious because I know different people have different stance on this. How are you inclined towards mint as a flavor outside of Oreos? When you see like a mint flavored thing, are you down or you're like,
Oh, I'm like Mets and Mets.
Mm-hmm.
I won't kick it out of bed, but I don't think I'm gunning for it.
Got it.
It's not turning my head anytime soon.
Yeah.
And maybe that's me having like a constancy bias where like mint is around. Mint flavors are popular. We all know they work.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea that it's like a ubiquitous, like everywhere flavor makes me less aroused by it.
Mm-hmm.
I think vanilla falls into the same problem. Vanilla is actually a really nice, interesting, like complex flavor.
Sure.
We just have it.
Yeah.
So we turned it into the literal word for generic.
Right. It's like it's so available that the fact that it actually is distinct is completely lost because it feels plain.
Yeah. So I don't go out of my way for mint, but that might be on me.
Got it.
When you think about the regular Oreos in the supermarket, the constant rotations, is mint high on your list for those? Are you like, yeah, this is my dude over here? Or do you feel like it's been supplanted by some like newer regular guys?
I rarely buy the mint Oreos. I really generally am either buying a new flavor that they just invented or I'm buying a double stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But like if there was a table of a couple of different Oreo flavors and mint was one of them, I would absolutely go for it first.
Mm-hmm.
I am a huge mint enthusiast. Mint as a flavor is very big in my life. I love a mint chocolate. I love a junior mint. I'm not really a mint ice cream person, which is more that I'm just not a big ice cream person. But like if it is available and that's like, well, I might as well have ice cream, then mint is definitely up there. That sort of like crispness, that zing in it, that's a big selling point for me.
What I'm hoping for in this mint Oreo is a lack of heaviness.
Totally understand that.
Which will allow it to be a real, like, we're going to eat 30 of these type Oreo.
Yeah. It's funny because like one of the mint things that I love is mint chocolate fudge, which is defined by density. But I think particularly in that we've had this conversation a lot in terms of what you want out of an Oreo and the hope to be able to kind of jam on them for a while. I think that in this format, the idea of it being light and refreshing, it would be a definite selling point because I think that if this was too dense, I think that would maybe be a knock against it.
Yeah. I think it would be a bummer to have something that is pitched as a refreshing flavor, which mint always is, feel like it's weighing me down.
Actually, to that point, I do feel like it's worth noting this maybe is the peak flavor that I could imagine being valuable as a thin.
Oh, yeah. I think they do make it as a thin.
Yeah, I think they do.
And right, what a perfect thing of like, it's literally a wafer thin mint.
Yeah.
That little crunch, that snap that you get out of the thins with just the right amount of flavor cream must have been a selling point for the concept of thins at all.
Yeah, absolutely.
If I was rolling into Big Nabisco, top floor, being like, listen up, you jabrones, I got a pitch for you. Smaller Oreos.
Is the top floor the offices or the labs in the basement?
Certainly.
Yeah, so that no one can see.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a labyrinth of tubes and pulleys and whatnot to get there. Also, there's security systems.
Yeah. You have to make sure. You don't want people like barging in and knowing about the pork flavor Oreos.
No. Yeah. No, not until they're ready, at least.
Yeah, we got to prep the people for it.
The people are not emotionally prepared for pork.
Yeah, salami Oreo is going to blow your mind unless you're ready to handle that information.
Yeah. Well, because the weirdest, craziest part is that it's a salami cookie.
Yeah. Whoa.
It's oily, which is actually amazing that they've kept without being soggy. It's truly the things we've seen.
Yeah. We'll get there. We're early. We're at mint, so don't jump ahead.
Yeah. It's like, ooh, 2035 salami Oreo, finally. All right. Well, I think we've been teasing this for a little while here, but I'm excited to try this.
Yeah, I'm hyped. It's really fortuitous that we co-host an Oreo podcast because that's exactly where I want to be right now.
Is eating an Oreo with you, my friend?
Yes.
Yeah, that's where I want to be too.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to bring this in front of the microphone so we really can hear all the crinkling as I... Oh, yeah.
This is the new VR.
Wow. Was it always this green?
Let me see.
It's like
Oh, it's like
very
neon
green.
Ooh.
Here, that's for you.
Thank you.
Oh, wow. All right, hold on. It smells fucking delicious.
It does. It smells like mint chocolate chip ice cream.
It does.
And I mean
smells
that
like in the best way.
as a hugely high compliment. This is, it's magic. I know that this is going to be hard for you listeners, but our experience smelling these is more important than your experience hearing us smell them.
I hope you're doing it with us. I hope you've got an Oreo to your nose right now.
Drowning the sound out.
It smells so fucking good.
It really does smell good.
It really smells good.
If we stopped here, it'd
I
be
could
a
do
10,
this all
10 out
day.
of 10 review.
See, I would never want to finish the package because I'd always want to have one to smell.
I kind of want to hide these around my house.
I wonder how long it holds this smell for.
Yeah, that's a good question.
We should probably eat them, but they do smell good.
Okay. There'll be time for more smelling later.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to cheers?
All right. Here, cheers. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was just like I thought. A light or refreshing.
It's all the best versions of all the stuff that we talked about.
Wow. I'd forgotten how good this is.
Why don't we buy these more?
I don't know. We suck.
Yeah, we messed up.
I think it's what we were talking about. They've just been around.
Yeah, I think
we
you're
take
right.
them for granted.
We really do. This is crazy.
This is a great Oreo.
I bet you could also use this in cooking in cool ways. Like, I bet if you ground this up, you could make a dope pie crust out of this,
God,
right?
Yeah. You could make a fudgy kind of pie thing for sure.
Yeah. I'm smelling it.
I wonder if I still smells good.
We're back. Better than ever.
Does my breath smell better?
Come here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
What a cookie.
Yeah. Wow.
All right, hold on. Let's keep going.
Yeah, keep going.
Feel good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still so into it.
Yeah. It's funny because it's not too minty.
No.
I'm like, there's a version of this that it really kicks you in the teeth.
There are mint candies that I feel do that, where I get like that mint tingle. And it's like,
No, and you have to be in the mood for that, and that's not everyone's taste. This is really striking that balance that if you're like a mint fan, you're getting what you want. I'm not looking for an Arctic blast. You're getting the right down the middle. Yeah. Whoa. I'm going to be honest. We came into this optimistic and with a general sense of this is going to be good. We know it. Better than we thought.
Yeah. I was so cocksure about the whole thing and being like, I know generally where I'm like landing on my rating.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I remember what a mint Oreo is about. You don't have to fucking butter me up on a mint Oreo. Okay, buddy? Like, they've rocked my sorry clerk world. All right. Round 2.
Yeah. So this will be interesting because for me, round 2 is the double stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't immediately assume this is an Oreo that gets better by being double stuff. Part of what was so good about what I just had was the restraint.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine that I am going to not enjoy this at all. I was eating it. I was like, well, this is working very well as built. It does not want to be changed.
I was kind of sitting on this question, and I'm excited to hear your thoughts on it after you do the double stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is built for it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I could eat a whole ton of these regular.
Yep.
But if I was given a package of double stuffs, I don't think I would go through them in the same rate.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. I love double stuff so much that I'm sure that will carry me through a bit. But I think the question becomes, do I go, you know what, honestly, this is better? Or is it that the thins are actually, if you're going to change the proportions, the way to go?
Sure.
But that's to be determined.
Fascinating stuff. All right. Ready?
Okay, let's do it.
Round 2. Yeah. Tell me about your emotions and your feelings.
Not decidedly better, certainly.
No, okay.
Not like, oh, that ruined it. This is one of the rare instances because I'm often inclined to go, no such thing as too much of a good thing. Double stuff all the way, baby. I do think this is a pretty classic example of the proportions of the way it's prepared was done intentionally and works best for a reason.
Yeah.
Part of it is that the subtlety of the cream means that a lot more of it isn't actually creating a more fun experience. It's just the texture balances off and it still tastes good. Like, it's not like, ugh, I can't believe I did that. Bleh. It tasted good, but eating it the classic way, it was like, oh my God, I forgot what a slam dunk this was. Eating it that way was like, oh, that's kind of fun, but not like I've improved on anything.
Yeah, it's not like you're driven to do that again.
No, like if I was to keep eating these, I would do them single stuff.
Yeah. I actually feel like in eating the whole Oreo in one bite, that I was getting too much.
Oh, interesting.
Also.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is actually built to be a 2-bite Oreo.
Yeah.
Single step. And I think goes back to your idea of like restraint is the name of the game on the mint Oreo.
Yeah.
There have been other types of mint Oreos in the special editions. They did a peppermint once upon a time. And I do feel like they have found in this mint Oreo and this is going to sound like I'm insulting them, but I'm not. This is a wildly complimentary thing to say. The like common denominator Oreo. Mm-hmm. This is the mint that everyone's going to like.
Yeah.
And I don't actually think that in doing that, they've smoothed out edges. I think they've been like, look, this is actually just best flavor.
Yeah.
Not playing it safe.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's start with the simple stuff here. Mm-hmm. We've got a family-sized package of Oreos.
That we do.
Post-shrinkflation. Mm-hmm. How many Oreos do you think of the mint variety you could eat in a sitting?
My gut is telling me 2 sleeves. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's not the sort of like ravenous tear through it that some of the ones that are, oh my God, I'm just getting rid of this whole pack in one sitting.
You're not going to like black out.
Yeah. I actually wonder if a full container of these by the end, you would be kind of over them.
Again, restraint, name of the game.
Yeah. I mean, that feels like sort of the through line here. What about you? What do you think?
Yeah, I think I'm with you. I think 2 sleeves. I could eat 1 sleeve without realizing I'd done it.
Agreed. Same page.
I think I wouldn't even blink.
Yeah.
And I think by the end of sleeve 2, I would be like, okay, I'm good. I'm done. I'm in no rush to keep going. I don't need to be a glutton here.
Yeah.
It's a gentleman's Oreo.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to seem unseemly.
Yeah. Yeah.
At the opera. Okay, 2 sleeves. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a 2-sleever. All right, let's take a moment, reflect, opine.
Yeah. I think the big takeaway here is that for our shared appreciation for these, still underappreciated.
Yeah. I think this is an unsung hero of the Oreo family. I mean, obviously Nabisco knows because they're regular rotation Oreos, right? They're like in every grocery.
Yeah.
But I do think we don't talk about them enough.
Yeah. There's flavors that we talk about constantly, and we just rarely bring these ones up. And this does feel kind of like do not sleep on the mint Oreo. Yeah. This feels similar to the classic. It's not doing anything crazy, but it's doing what it's doing perfectly.
It is the definition of a specialist.
Yes.
It comes in, it does what it does incredibly well. Mm-hmm. It's not going to be doing all the other things.
Right.
But why would it? It's not what you got it for.
Yeah. This is also a good example, I think to your point earlier, of a flavor that it's smart for them to iterate on.
Yeah.
This is a solid foundation, and we can tweak it, and we can add either gimmicks or other flavors. Or
I'm surprised they haven't done more.
Yeah, I am, in retrospect, also now kind of shocked. They've played with dark chocolate 8 million ways.
I know, they can't get enough of it.
Yeah, and it's like, I get it, because dark chocolate's good.
Yeah,
but
favorite son, fine.
Yeah, exactly. There's no reason that shouldn't be true here, too.
Yeah. I could even see them going so crazy as to be like, look, we took some of the lime from the key lime pie, mixed it with the mint. You've got a mojito.
Whoa.
Like, what's up?
I think there's a family of boozes that would live very happily with this.
Oh, certainly.
Yeah.
Most whiskeys would go fine with this.
Ooh,
a bourbon or a rye.
The whiskey kind of burns and the mint Oreo cools you down.
Oh, yeah.
Why haven't we been buying these for every social function? Oh, I'm so mad at myself. The missed opportunities.
I know. We could actually be having cocktail parties that are pretty like centered around this Oreo.
Totally. But you are an accomplished mixologist independent of this podcast.
I would say that I'm a casual drunk.
You can be both.
I can be 2 things at one time.
Yeah.
No, I've gotten very into drinking cocktails, and I think they're wonderful. Thanks, COVID. Yeah, I think there are a number of lovely drinks that you could fashion around this that aren't the traditional Wisconsin supper club drink, the milkshakey heavy guys.
Right.
I also think there's a million liqueurs, like you get Benedictine or whatever involved.
My God,
and you'd be a very happy dude.
I feel like I want to cut a little tiny part out of it and then put it on the rim like a lemon wedge.
Oh, mint Oreo garnish?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. There's like a million Christmas drinks that would be great.
Totally.
Yeah.
Again, it's a light, refreshing Oreo.
Yeah.
We don't see that so often anymore.
Yeah, they tend to become in more heavy.
And I think treating this like a light, refreshing item and pairing it with a light, refreshing drink would be pretty great.
Yeah, totally agree.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Producer Will has thrown us an interesting idea of a
silently, as he prefers,
a spicy mint Oreo. And I think that's fucking great.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, so all right.
They made spicy Oreos before. I mean, China.
When we're talking about a spicy mint Oreo, do you have a sense of where the spice would be coming from in terms of like flavoring?
If you were really going hard, if I was James Q Oreo
Sure.
and I wanted to go as hard as I could, I'd be like, we're going to do like a spicy tagine crystal that we're going to put in the cream like we do with the Pop Rocks every once in a while.
What?
And I'm going to do that in a mint or in a peppermint. I don't know what cookie flavor I would do, but that's how I would approach
I
it.
feel like I've left the wide-eyed dreaming phase, and now I'm just mad that I don't have that cookie available to me right now.
I'm just sort of getting mad that I don't have the ability to just bang off Oreo flavors at a whim.
Listen, it seems inevitable that Nabisco will eventually get here, and I know we're like doing free work, but like if you want to take our ideas, we will consider the Oreos payment. So not official, under the table, just technically just putting that out there.
We will have to eat them above the table.
Yes. Well, I don't know.
No, that's not true. Well, I'll crawl under a table for an Oreo.
If we can create Oreo flavors, then I'll crawl under a
I don't
table. Yeah.
Okay. We're going to rate them from 1 to 10.
Yeah.
No halvesies.
Yeah, no halvesies. Unlike Oreos, which you can do that with.
You can.
Yeah. Do you know immediately?
Man, I don't. It's like kind of fucking with me.
Yeah, it's hard because
I was so sure that this was going to be a 6 or a 7.
Yeah, I probably was guessing 7.
If I'm feeling nice, it's going to be a 7, and it's probably a 6. And that's not true. It's better than that.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, it's definitely better than a 6. I was probably coming to this imagining 7, and this has been a superior experience to what I had imagined.
Yeah, like surprisingly so.
Yeah.
Am I willing to give it a 9? I don't know.
I'm between 8 and 9 right now.
Yeah, I'm between 8 and 9.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go with an 8 because I do feel like there's an outside limit.
Mm-hmm.
I would hit a wall on this.
Yeah. I am so close to giving this a 9, but I think I agree. It is primarily really reliable and really appealing, but with a ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking like 8.4 versus 8.6 territory, which I'm not allowed to do.
Yeah.
But because of rules. It's an 8 that is just scraping at the door, just going, let me in 9. I can get there. Depending on how long this show goes, we may do revisits, and we might, as we have more flavors, we might be like, let's revisit our rankings.
Yeah.
I'm not padlocking my 8. I'm leaving a little wiggle on that door.
It's a little fluid. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a world where we come back.
Yeah, it's a hero's journey.
Yeah, it's a hero's
journey.
journey.
Come back changed.
Yeah, exactly. It's living not even a comfortable 8, a like ambitious 8.
Yeah.
An 8 that's got more to prove.
I mean, I want to be abundantly clear that smell 11.
The smell. Producer Will, is there like a mint Oreo cologne? Can we check on that?
Oh, yeah. Or like bath bomb.
Yeah.
There's a candle.
Click on the candle. That's adorable. Oh my God.
It actually is quite cute.
And here's the good news, listeners. Look under your chair. You have your very... No, we can't do that. We don't know how to do that.
Every one of you.
Yeah. But you can Google it and you can buy it and you can
put
tell
it
them...
under your chair.
Yeah,
Unlit.
we can tell them that we sent you. I don't think that'll help. And they'll go like, I don't know what that means.
In fact, go away.
Yeah. And you can't have the candle.
Yeah, no, that's not for you anymore. All right. Mint Oreo. An ambitious 8.
I'm going to buy that candle.
I'm going to smell an Oreo. You want an Oreo smell?
I do.
Producer Will, you want an Oreo smell?
Get in there.
Yeah, get over here.
Yeah.
It smells so good.
Join us.
Thank you for listening. It's a pleasure to have you here.
That's good, Oreo.
See you next week.